Okay, Sharon. What are we doing? I'm excited. Hey, I'm excited to see you. This is going to be really fun today.
Me too. I'm very excited. I have been looking forward to this piece of content since July 1st.
Have you really?
I think I have, yeah.
You were actually in the Dunlop booth too, with me and with Jimmy, Mr. Jimmy Dunlop.
This was one of the hardest secrets, and I had there was not really much for me to keep because I didn't have anything. I just
Right.
knew about it, and whenever people would be like, "Oh, I wish there was the synth thing," and I'd be like,
I know.
I can't say anything.
It was really hard for me to keep too. And you guys were talking about the MXR Bass Synth. It's right here. I have one here. I have two of them, which feels sort of like
hogging, bro. What the hell? Meanwhile, there's those of us out here who don't have a single one, and you got two.
I feel guilty about it, but I did help make it. I have one plugged in and one that I can just pick up and show you on this. But yeah, please go ahead. Yeah,
do you
I'm
have
ready.
3 because one of them is also the prototype?
I do actually have 2 prototypes.
Oh my god. You could supply an entire country with Dunlop MXR Bass Synth pedals, and meanwhile he's sitting on 4 of them.
Yeah, the prototype has old firmware in it though, so it's not. But I gotta say, this pedal, when we're gonna get into it today and talk about it, I feel like I'm excited to know what you want to know about it. I'm going to play a ton of all of the, sounds that I helped program in for, all of the references. So there's funk sounds, classic rock sounds. But yeah, Dunlop approached me probably about, this was maybe 2 years ago now at this point, to do this pedal. And I remember thinking, honestly, I was like, I don't think of MXR as being the bass synth pedal company. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I don't know. And also these pedals, synth pedals, are typically not easy to use. You got to plug them into your computer or my biggest thing is they either don't track well. Yeah. They can sound cool, but sometimes actually using them, how does it feel when you play it? Is it latent? Does it track?
You have to play ahead in order for it to actually come out of the amp the right way that you want it. Yeah.
That the main things to me was I just thought, oh no, we're going to try to do there's going to be another synth pedal on the market that's going to be kind of a weird compromise. That's that was my first pessimistic thought, and then I talked to Daryl, the great Daryl Anders at Dunlop, and he was like, well, yeah, let us send you this prototype and just see what you think. And I was like, awesome. I mean, I would love to hear it and see what you guys have so far. And the first prototype came and the filter sounded so cool, automatically, I plugged it in and did this kind of thing with it. And I was like, oh, I'm in. I was just like, it can do that? And you can hook an expression pedal up to it?
Oh my god.
Okay, so I love YouTube. You probably love YouTube. But let's be honest. It's not the best platform for in-depth teaching. Enter the SBL Academy. At SBL, we break down the bass with a curriculum-driven approach that spans from complete beginner level to super advanced. We also cover all kinds of genres, skills, and techniques, all brought to you by world-class bass instructors. And best of all, you can get started today for free at trysbl.com. So immediately, the filter section sounded so good. And I'm going to give a shout out to Alex, who is one of the engineers at Dunlop. I think Alex Albana. I hope, Alex, I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. If not, have mercy on me. He was such a big part, the whole team, Jack Tang too at Dunlop, but the engineering team, particularly Alex though, had a really, really good grasp of how he wanted this thing to present. And we changed a lot of the features. You know, in the beginning, there were some things it had inside of it. Like it had, like you could turn on delay and you could turn on like a slicer and all these sort of secondary functions. And my job was to like, let's get this thing to do the things that it does really well. Like, let's get it to be a bass synth, like a classic bass synth. Yeah. Let's get it to track really well. And let's get it to not be latent so that when you play it, it responds.
Instant.
Yeah, it responds to your hands. And it's almost like the tracking is so good that if like on that D, you heard like I lifted off the D and it played the harmonic.
Yeah.
It's like super, super accurate. So then it's all about you. Like, how accurate are you, bro?
Everything is exposed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're very
all
exposed.
Right.
Yeah. But I think that's what I want. I want a pedal that if I play a ghost note, like I want it to respond.
It's literally like a synth, like
yes,
like a synth. Oh man, I'm seeing my future right now. The day I get my hand on that's literally the first hour is just gonna be
like.
Not even playing, tapping.
Yeah, I mean that's like once I heard the filter. And I sort of got in the weeds with the guys. Like once I was like, oh, okay, I'm in. I heard it and I thought this is great. And then it was like, how can we get the latency right? Mm-hmm. How can we get the tracking right? Those are the two things. You can never have a digital pedal that tracks perfectly.
Yeah.
And also has like zero latency. It just doesn't exist yet. Maybe someday it will. It doesn't yet. So that's this sort of like thing to
finding
deal
the middle
with.
ground.
Yeah.
Do you know what the technical stuff that they had to do in order to make it what it is now? Like, do you know the engineering?
Alex had to go in. I mean, essentially they programmed this synth engine. And so he had to do computational maths. I don't know. I mean, he had to
get
go in.
the real deep nitty gritty stuff from us over here at SBL.
Yeah. I had to say, it doesn't feel as connected to my hands yet as I want it to. And then he, as an engineer, it's his job to take bonehead muso comments and turn them into program language. Right. So then he was like, well, maybe I could try this and maybe I could try triggering the envelope in this way. We tried a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of different firmwares. We went through a zillion versions. And so we kind of landed on something that felt good. And then other people would play it as well. And they were like, oh, this feels good. And when some other people started to make like content that was going to come out, like shout out to Will Birckhead, who is just... Man, Will Birckhead, who was J-Lo's MD for a long time, plays with an artist that I've played with for a long time too, named Joey Verscazzi. He has made some unbelievable content with it. He puts out, I feel like, a reel almost every day with it. It's crazy.
Wow.
Andrew Gouche, too, the godfather of gospel bass, took it out on the road. I think he has it out with Shaka Khan right now.
Ooh.
I know.
I mean, that set list.
I know, it's crazy, right? So that's cool. And I guess show you a bunch of the sounds, but I would just say too about designing this product, I learned so much about like, what does it mean to design a product? And I mean, I was in the weeds on like, I wanted these knobs to be this color. You know, I fought so hard for the color of the knobs.
Good job, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it looks great.
So unique.
Yeah, the volumes are here, you know, so you've got your mix and then your sub mix. So this is sort of like how you bring in the oscillators versus your dry bass. Because you can have dry bass and then you can mix in the oscillators, right? Like I can just even show you that now. So if I turn this, there's our dry bass.
Yeah.
And there we're mixing in the oscillators, right? And so the idea was like, we want all the important controls on the front so that you can adjust those types of things and also the filter, the resonance, the envelope, you know, so like this kind of thing with it. those types of controls are like the controls that you have right on the panel on a synthesizer, and then it needed to have modulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have it off, and then it's just very like dry. But then if you turn the mod on, and then the higher it goes, It's wild.
Oh my God.
It can do so much. And then there's secondary controls underneath where if you push one of these buttons and turn a knob, it does other stuff. There's a big video manual on it. But I learned a lot about compromise and what it takes to like bring something like this to market. It's not just like somebody's opinion. Even if I was like, hey, I think the knob should be this color, or hey, I think that should say submix versus just mix, or that should say filter versus cutoff, or whatever it is. All those things had to be considered. And then it came out, Sharon.
At what point did you realize that this pedal was going to be a game changer? Because I feel like we can all confidently say it's been a game changer.
I mean, that word gets thrown around. Like, I think I wanted to make something, or I wanted to have a hand in making something that was really useful, fun to use, and really useful. I think there are a lot of people out there that are like, oh, that use that word, and I'm happy that people use that word. I think there are a lot of synth pedals that are cool. I think this one is like probably the most useful, and immediately like you can dial it up. We put a bunch of presets in it too that I think are like the most useful sounds, so that even if these 6 knobs and 2 buttons are really daunting, the idea is like, well, you can cycle through these presets, and I'll show you that in a minute. But at what point? All right, well, when it came out, was it July 1st?
I think it was. It was supposed to be June 1st, and then it came out July 1st or 3rd or something. It was like the first week of July.
God, I feel like is that true, or was it? I should know that.
How
I'm getting red in the face. I know how to track it down. Let me just take a look on the YouTubes. Yeah, of course.
On the day of?
Yeah, let's see.
July 1st.
July. Okay, July 1st. Okay, great. Yes. So
aren't you glad you have me sometimes?
Yes, I am glad. I'm like, wasn't it June? It honestly feels like it's been out for a while. But okay.
I mean, we are midway through August.
We're midway through August.
Yeah, we're midway through August. It's been out there for a month and a half.
I hope that MXR wouldn't mind me talking about some numbers. I hope so. Daryl and the guys, Jimmy, I hope it's cool. I just think it's a testament to how much this was needed in the market. So they ordered the first batch, they ordered 3,000 for manufacturing. And I think that people out there sort of think that there's like a pedal button in a factory.
Prints it.
Yes.
30 seconds,
that you like
done.
Push a button and this pedal like pops out. But no, all this stuff has to be sourced. The knobs, the switches, the circuit boards, the powder coating, like everything is an issue. Manufacturing something like this is not a simple task.
Well, it's digital versus like physical product. We're so used to digital product at this point where it's like, oh, ship it. This takes time, care.
Right. Like if you buy a preset or if you buy a course and you get the delivery in an email, this is very different. The box and the frickin' power supply that it comes with. And, it's even down to the like, oh, how are we going to source the rubber feet? That, like what manufacturer should. So it's crazy. They ordered 3,000 and they thought that if they sold that initial batch by the end of the year, by the end of 2025, that would be a success. Like that would be an awesome base product for MXR and Jim Dunlop. And do you know how fast that initial 3,000 was gone? Do you know? Did I tell you?
I want to say within, I think Daryl told me actually, but like 24 hours less-ish?
I believe it was at 28 hours. Wow. Yeah. But,
3,000.
3,000 gone. And everybody, Sweetwater, there was like all these stores that were like, well, we'll see. We'll order 20. And they're just like, whoosh, just boom, blew out. And I got to say, like, I knew it was sick, but I also I'm not a psychopath. I'm not an egomaniac. I'm not going to be like, this pedal's going to, like, it's going to crush and it's going to sell out. Like, I just thought, well, I hope that people enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then it ripped. And then they ordered another batch. And I believe that's all like pre-sold. So we're sitting, I mean, I don't know how many will sell by the end of the year, but it's going to be a lot. Like approaching 5 figures, approaching 10,000 probably.
Incredible. Well, congratulations.
Well, thanks. Yeah. And I don't say that
to you and Daryl and the entire team over at Dunlop and MXR. Like, I feel like you guys kind of made history there for a little bit.
I mean, I think it's certainly the best selling like bass product that they've ever made. And one of the guys there told me it's like, depending on how you look at the data, it's on track to be like potentially one of the best selling products that they've ever made in general.
I like that bassists took that. Good on us. Not that I can take any credit for that, because here I am, empty-handed.
I know, and I have 4 of them. I mean, 2 viable ones, two ones that will never leave this house.
I'm gonna have to suit up into my ninja costume again someday and just sneak in.
Never leave this house. I don't know. Do you want to hear it?
I absolutely want to hear it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. It's enough like bragging about it. The idea in the beginning, we weren't going to do presets, and that was like a big thing of like, if you could save some of these settings, that would actually be a game changer. Yeah. So that you're not doing it, in software, but it's actually on the pedal. So we have 8 presets, and the idea there's 4 green lights, 4 red lights, and it's right down here. It's just access with a little button. You can also hold the foot switch and then cycle through presets. You can also attach a preset mover here, a little tap switch, and do that if you want, or you can physically push it with your finger. But there's ways to do it on the gig, even without any extra gear, which is cool. You hold the switch and then you can cycle. Yeah. But so the cool thing about it, right away, this sound to me, this first sound, I call it green 1. Now on its own, you're like, oh, yep, okay. But the synth bass. Yep. But that sound, that sort of short resonant envelope drop, ow, ow, is really difficult to get out of like pedals, out of like
I know.
It's really hard to do. And it's very classic. And so just to show you, like, the ideas came from this kind of thing. So, if I play, it's Phil Gaines, it's MJ, it's Anthony Marinelli, these guys that did all this great synth work on Thriller. Yes. So check it out, how it slots into Thriller. It literally
sounds like Thriller. Like you didn't even play the bass line, and it's just...
Yeah. It's cool. Let's see. I'm going to try to put it in context. I mean, that's so fun. Like, just to be able...
Oh my God.
It's just to be able to play that bass line with sort of like the right sound. Yeah. I would always, in previous, if I'd play that with a band or something, like I played some Halloween shows, and like, okay, it's like a pick with octave and some fuzz and try an envelope and a chorus to try to get the attack. But to have it just under your fingers... It's so fun. And then too, like this pedal does this thing where like if you hammer on, it goes like, but if you pluck both, but if you hammer, it does like a gliss.
Yeah. Oh.
And it only rearticulates.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Like that legato setting that you would on like a synth thing, you would like push legato and it go do.
Yes.
It's that.
Yes. And the fact that it can do like, and so you're like, oh, okay, it's the Thriller thing, but also like if we take a look at PYT, this kind of thing.
Where did you come from, baby? Ooh, won't you take me there? Got away from you, baby. Tender Rudy, you got to be. Spot my need, just sugar fly with me. Don't you know now is the perfect time? We can make it right if the city lights in the night. These the love and pain. Let me take it to the max. I want to love you, pretty young thing. You need some loving, to love and care, and I'll take it there, girl. I want to love you.
It's just like, it's so, in fact, on the first Zoom call, so they sent me the prototype and I dialed up kind of a crude, like a early first version of this preset. And we all joined the Zoom call and I just started playing PYT. And those guys were like, dude, what is that? And I'm like, it's your pedal. Daryl was like, is that some other pedal? And I'm like, no, dude, it's yours.
They couldn't believe the work they put in.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, and it's easy to dial. And like, all right, I hope this doesn't feel like a sales video. Because obviously,
I mean, even if it did, tough luck, you can't buy it.
That's right. I guess I just like, I'm so happy it exists. Like, even if I wasn't sort of financially vested in it, like the fact that then you want to shorten it up and make it more subtle.
Yeah.
You want to open it up and make it nastier.
It's
Like-
insane. The I don't know if you play key bass. But I occasionally have to go out and play key bass.
Yeah.
And it's never just key bass. It's like sometimes you're playing electric, sometimes you're playing key bass. And having a tone, like a fat tone dialed in on your bass, and you're playing it, there's just this like power you're emitting on the low end, and it's like satisfying. And I never get that on the synth.
Oh, really?
It's like I can press harder and nothing happens. You know, it's just like no matter what, which is powerful, but like my enthusiasm doesn't translate through the keys, which is not as exciting as like on electric. I love doing it, and it gives me like a whole different kind of scope.
Right.
But the fact that you can now get that while like
still playing the bass.
Like there's just a level of like dance for me, puppets.
There's been and there's been a bunch of content made of people like, you know, will it replace your keys rig? And like, no, it's not meant to like, oh, now nobody has to play key bass anymore. That's silly, right?
No, because the key bass it can do so many more things than a singular pedal can do, and that's why you have it. But like, let's say you fly somewhere and you're used to like checking your Novation base station in a piece of luggage or your Moog in a road case and like setting up another DI line and doing, you know, like if you're doubling, you know, the old school doublers are electric and upright. That's one pain in the ass. And the new school doublers are electric and still
keys.
a pain in the ass.
Still a pain in the ass. Yeah. This might, you know, be less of a pain in your ass. And I think the sounds, like you do have to do some work on your playing to like get it clean enough to feel like if you're really used to playing synth bass and having that just like it tracks perfectly. Yeah. What you play is what it spits back. And we tried to do that with this too. But, you know, I'm using a lull bass of mine that has flats on it right now. Flats are really nice. They help it track really well, I think.
Interesting.
But I'm just dialing back the tone knob a little bit and dialing back, you know, I'm just mostly using the neck pickup. Same kind of idea that you might do with like with an octave pedal to get it to track, you know? So... yeah, but it's a nice option to have, you know? Let me do like, and you think, all right, so I'm still on this first sound, Sharon. I'm sorry, we haven't gone past this first sound. But like, check this out too. It also, you know, wherever you find that sort of short classic key bass thing, right? Like some Bruno, like, check this out. I'll get to it. I mean, you know,
The slide.
Yeah, like the slides. It's so fun.
Beautiful.
I know. All right, one more thing, because this, like, I was like, oh, this sounds so that's, you know, Thriller, PYT, 24 Karat Magic, but also I'm going to totally take a genre sidestep. So this sort of like synthwave thing that happens in the 2000 teens, so many pop artists jump on board. You hear this now on Taylor Swift records, in commercials. Jerry's barking because she's pumped.
So pumped.
About
Loves
this
bass
sound. This is the Midnight. Like, this sound works perfectly in this style. And check it out. Like, you would never hear this and think, oh, sure, that's the same bass sound that he was using on Thriller. Like, check this out.
Nocturnal.
I just want to play that, like, that sound. That's sort of like DX7, Juno. And I could just freaking go on and on, but I won't. You want to go to green 2?
You go sound number 2? Can't believe that was all one sound. That's wild.
That was all one sound. So I've said this before, and people have been like, online, but I've said I do think that one sound is worth the price of the pedal. It is for me anyway. Like, if I had this, if this pedal could only do that sound, I would buy it.
You would still buy it.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I'm biased because I helped make it, but I like that one sound is so useful to me for so many things. So I'm like, yeah, okay, if that pedal just did that, I would buy it. But it does a lot more. But wait, Sharon, there's more. This one is more like, this one is a little more resonant and sounds. This one is a little more like, I was trying to go for Stevie's Tonto synth vibe. Yeah, it's a little funkier. It's also not an octave synth, so there's no sub oscillator in it. So on the first one, you have to like play up an octave, like kind of like you're playing an octave pedal. But this one, you can play down like normal, right? So the idea, and I can never match Stevie's vibe on this, like in terms of his playing, but the idea is this, right? Boogie on Reggae Woman, like that squishy. You know, like, it's so cool. You know, and this is one too where like the resonance, when you hit it, you get some kind of like squishy.
There's also like a little bit of grit to it as well.
Yeah, for sure. I have too just a bit of the dry bass mixed into this one as well. But it's so fun to play because it just sort of does what your hands do,
right,
for better or for worse. You know,
like
you
the
have
bounciness gets
to,
accentuated because of what you're doing.
Exactly. And so if you're grooving, it's grooving, and if you're not,
should make a pedal for that. If you're not grooving, it still grooves.
just the instant groove pedal.
Hey, MXR.
We make that's called quantization in any DAW. You play shitty and then
add it on up.
And then you just
such
beat
a disaster.
detective the bass track.
Oh my god, it just detects the wrong thing.
I'm gonna move on to green 3, Sharon. Green 3, you know this.
Do it. I do.
This Total White Whale, and I think it's pretty close. Like, I'm gonna play along with Herbie right here. It's so fun. You know, and that was just me like trying to get
so
that.
Close.
I think so. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear you say that. It's really difficult to get. It was difficult for me to find the resonance sweet spot, getting the resonance right, and then getting the filter, the timing of the filter drop. You know, and the cool thing with this stuff is, say you're like, I want to mess with this a little bit. I want a little less resonance.
You can
do that.
Ooh.
And then if you're like, oh dang, I screwed it up, you just cycle back to that preset.
Right.
And then it's back. But you can save it, you know, like if you tweak the envelope, you tweak the resonance, you tweak the filter, it becomes a completely different sound.
So can you override it or?
Absolutely. Yeah, you could save, like you could just save that to that spot or any other preset spot. Like if you tweak it and you're like, oh, that's it. That's the sound I want. You can save it. But then, you know what's amazing? If you're like, shit, I kind of miss that original Herbie Chameleon sound, you can just factory reset individual presets. Yeah.
Oh.
So like you can just hold, it's in the manual. You'll hold a button and another button and it will just give you back that factory preset.
Just for that one.
Just
so
for
like
that one.
If you've messed up.
Yeah.
If you've messed with all of them and you've only messed up one.
Yeah.
You can just, because I would have just been
back.
like, oh God, here we go. Reset everything because I messed one up.
Right. And you can factory reset the whole pedal if you want, but it's easy just to get one preset back too. But anyway, yeah. So if I've messed it.
People like myself.
I know. Well, me too. I couldn't believe it. Like I didn't even think about that. I thought, oh, you know, you're going to have to live with your consequences and there'll be consequences for your choices.
I just wouldn't. I just would never save it. Here's what I would do. I would be like, okay, on preset 3, I want this sound, so I'm going to snap a picture with my phone to make sure I can dial up everything the way. That's what I would do because I know for a fact I don't trust myself.
I know. It's funny. It's like, yeah, but you don't have to, right? So that's back to it. And, you know, like, gosh, you want to just tweak the filter? Then you can easily just get back. You cycle back to it. Which is cool. Okay.
Amazing.
You want to go to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, the next one. Oh, I mean, we can't forget Bernie Worrell. You cannot, right? So check it out. Flashlight. Totally different sound. You know? Do it forever. All those like greasy like slides.
That's the best word, greasy. That's exactly what it is.
Like to do squiggles with it. It's so fun. So this kind of sound, it's more like Bernie's thing. I feel like on Mini Moog was more sort of open. And it was less like, ow, ow, ow. You know, it wasn't that filter drop. It was like, It wasn't like, go, 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 you know? But if you put space in between it, that's really fun. And then again, chill it out with the cutoff knob if you want. Stuff. Make it really subtle. Open it up with an expression pedal. You know.
Even just that.
I know.
You can do that live.
I know.
Now.
Totally. The fact that you could just hit a note, do the Tom Sawyer thing. You know, that's like an ARP Odyssey. I believe they used ARP Odyssey on that, just with like a big filter drop. Easy. You just set it up, you know, big and wide. Maybe with a bunch of resonance. And that is literally just taking the cutoff knob and moving it down, which plug in an expression pedal, you just
I
easily
am
do that.
simultaneously incredibly happy and incredibly sad.
Why?
Because
Why are
I
you
don't
sad?
have it, Ian.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming, Sharon. I promise you. I promise you. Do we have time for a few more, Shaz? Do you have time?
Do it. We
All
have
right.
time.
Green side is like classic funk. So we've got that first sound, which is so many things, but really based on that like MJ Thriller stuff. Then Stevie's Tonto thing. And then there was the ARP sound from Chameleon. And then a Mini Moog, the Mini Moog, like big fat rezo thing from
Growl
Bernie
thing,
Worrell
yeah.
with Parliament. So then we move over to the red side, and that's going to give you. I then was like, okay, let's expand out past the funk thing into maybe more like rock and pop references, some things that I consider to be classics. So the first one, red one, is basically just like an octave pedal. So the idea is like an octave pedal blended like Tony Levin. Now I've got a bass with flats, but and this one will be hard to hear if you're not on like headphones or something. But the idea for this is there's a bit of chorus, there's the octave down below your dry bass, and there's some compression. And the idea is to give it the sledgehammer thing. So here we go. Pretty good.
Oh my God, so good.
I know. So that's another thing is like you can just use it like as an octave pedal.
Oh my God. There are so many tracks that I know that I would use this on.
Yeah, like that, you just pull this preset up and have that be like, and then especially if you don't use octave pedal a ton, I would say still like having a standalone octave pedal or an octave that you love, it might be more flexible or might be like better suited. But if you like just do sledgehammer with your band or, you just use octave pedal on like one or two tunes, like why not? Because this has a bit of chorus on it too. And it tracks, man. Like even with a pick. Woo! Okay. What next, Sharon? You want to do the next one?
Yes.
The next one.
This is red 2?
Red 2. So so check this out. Like this sound is like this thing in it where like, you just play.
Yeah.
And it kind of, the filter sweeps over time.
How long does it stay?
Kind of is like, sort of like this slow wave. The other thing to say, this pedal will hold a note until the very last second that it doesn't detect it anymore, and then you just heard it glitch and go away. But the sustain, it doesn't lose volume as
Like
the note
the
is
bass
sustaining.
does, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as long as it's tracking a pitch, and these are old ass flats, as long as it's tracking,
It's like an internal compression almost that's happening, right?
yeah, it's essentially just holding onto the pitch and giving it length until it doesn't hear it until like it dips below a certain threshold, and then it will just turn it off.
And it doesn't do like a nice fade. It just goes.
It just does
just chokes
die.
it.
Yeah, but we tried
funny.
some things. We tried some like fades. It's not great. Like you want it.
You want the control over it.
Yeah, you want
More
when you
than
stop a
dying
note.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. And if this is happening and you need more sustain than this,
what would
forget about
happen if you did? Sorry,
Yeah.
I could probably do this off the podcast, but I'm curious. Maybe someone has the same question. If you
Yeah.
like had the bass turned up, you're holding the note.
Yes.
What happens if you take down the volume knob? Does the
Okay.
whole thing go down? Like, is that a way for you to be able to control?
Let's try it.
Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let
once it like finds the note,
It's
it
like,
won't.
"Ugh."
It holds it. But that said, like if you have a quieter volume, it will start
can-
the note. Let's see. Hold on. Let me find it. Right.
It'll like stick to what you've
Yeah.
given it.
Like, yeah. If you play quiet versus louder, it will do it.
Yeah.
It's just like a.
But you
We
could
experimented
probably
with all that though.
you could probably put a volume pedal at the end of the chain and just have that level of control there.
Sure. If you wanted to like fade out
Yeah.
the note in actual volume, I suppose you could do that. Yeah. But you ready for some classic?
I am. My
Bjork?
nerdery is over. Thank you.
Okay, check
Thank
this
you for
out.
indulging.
Do you know this song?
I mean, I do because
Just
I have to
so
copyright check it.
sick. Oh yeah.
I didn't before.
I love it. It's Bjork, the most amazing Icelandic like pop queen. She's the avant-garde pop queen. I love her music so much. But this sound,
Can you play that line without the track? Yeah. It's so gnarly. Oh my god.
and see right there, I missed that note and it was like, huh, you missed it, huh? So it's like, it's not forgiving.
It's calling you out. It is calling you out. It's like,
called
wasn't me. It was him. It wasn't me. Can't blame the pedal.
Yeah, that's a really fun sound. Let's do just a couple more. So then, if you move over to Red 3, this is a sound that I love. This is a sound of the 90s. This is early Nine Inch Nails, and this is a really fun sound. You can use this sound on a bunch of things, but check it out. The reference is this song called "Head Like a Hole." It's just like a big, nasty.
Oh god, it's like a rusty cyberpunk.
Yeah. Right? And there's a thing,
Wild.
like when I was building this thing, I was like, I wonder if it will pull off. And that was such a cool. So how I'm playing that, like I'm not actually articulating.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling off,
and it's still
and it
triggering
tracks
the-
that. Yeah. So that's fun, right?
Incredibly fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man.
Last sound. Let's go to this was like EDM inspired, like Deadmau5. This is sort of this idea that like the side chaining thing where you have like maybe a kick drum that lets this note rise.
Oh, the cutoff is so straight. It's amazing.
Yeah, isn't that wild? So if you have then, a track, like let's see, check this out. that cool?
So how do you get the drop sometimes and not other times?
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just sliding.
You're just sliding it? It sounds insane.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what else to say, Sharon.
Well, I have something to say. Well done, guys. Oh my God. This is insane. You know what? You don't have to make anything sound like a sales video because it sells itself, man. Like, be proud of it.
Yeah, I am proud of it. Like, it's, I sort of have to, like tone down my enthusiasm. Like when I play these sounds, like when I would get it and then I was playing along to it and I felt like, holy shit, this is right. I'd be like, woo, down in my basement, just like so pumped. But it's, honestly, it comes from me wanting this stuff to exist. Like, I'm bad at keys. Like I bought a Moog years ago and was like, you know what? I'm going to get good at this in an afternoon. And then I realized, this is a lifelong pursuit. Of course it is. Just like any instrument.
Any other
like,
instrument, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get really good at synth, really good at keys, come on. That's an insane journey.
Yeah.
And I was like, oof, I don't have, actually, the truth is I don't have the desire. I was going to say I don't have the time. It's not about that. I'm not willing to prioritize the time it would take to get really good at the keys. I'm just not. And I'm old and I'm honestly, tired.
I know pianists who like at least that's the technique that you're doing, and it's a switch for them as well. Like you can't. A keys player is not a pianist.
No,
a
that's
pianist
right.
Is not necessarily a keys player. You can have people who do both, but it's not a given. So for us to be like, oh, by the way, go play keys, it's like, but my hands are like this, not like this. Like that's a big shift.
I know. And the people that can do it well, hats off. Like kudos. That's so awesome. I am not one of those people. I suck at keys. I'm like, like so bad. And if I like if I was like, I really need to, like if there was a gig that was like, you must. But the crazy thing is I've had this out a few times. And guess what? There's no band leader that is saying, that's keys. Not good enough. Or like, there is a cool visual element about putting the bass behind your back and rocking like a key bass station. It's dope. I know you do it. Luke Anderson, who plays with Go-Go Gadget, I think that's the name of the band that he plays in. But he is a blueprint coach for us at SBL. Like he's killer at both. He's like awesome. Yeah, on synth and bass. And so I think he got one, or maybe he's going to get one, and we'll see. Jury's still out. He's like, I'm going to tell you how it stacks up. I'm like, oh God. But for me, or for the average bassist that wants to have synth sounds, I mean, again, grain of salt, but there's nothing better.
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Thanks, Shaz. Yeah.
I'm so jealous. 4, man? What the hell?
Well, but 2 of them are not real. 2 of them have weird stuff in them.
I'd be so curious to see how the OGs stack up against the final product. Have you ever done a comparison?
I haven't ever like plugged those in again. I can show them to you. You want to see? You want to see what they look like real quick?
I've seen like pictures and you've like shown it to me in passing, but
this is so cool. So this is so fun. I don't know that I've actually shown this prototype before, but the one I first got, it's hard to see. It has masking tape and all of the controls labeled, mix, resonance, cutoff, mod, envelope. Like it has all the things labeled on it. And, they just put it in this box and they're like, try it out. This is version 0.02. So there was a 0.01 over there too, I think. Or no, maybe they still have that one. It doesn't matter. But they just sent this and they're like, I don't know, plug it in. See what you think. See if you want to work with us on this. And then, I swear it was
that was like, the one.
Started to make these sounds. And And I was like, I want to work on this. So
what is
cool.
the weirdest thing that either you've been able to pull out of this pedal or that you've seen other people? Because I know everyone's tagging you in it. Like, is there like unexpected stuff that you've seen people come up with?
There was a guy that was playing it with like a real like dirty rock band, and he had like a Rickenbacker or something playing this really fuzzy sound out of it. Like, and it was so cool. I'm like, dang. And I've got to say, if you don't know Will Birckhead, everybody, Birkhead, Will, Will, go follow him on Instagram. He's legit, monster player, and also plays in Church Zone a little bit. And one he was using just green 2. So the sort of Stevie Tonto sound, like this thing, this sound. Oof, now I'm loud. I'm blowing stuff up. But he was using that sound at a church gig, like doing a big like mega church gospel music thing. And he sent me the mix, like the front of house mix. He was like, dude, check this out. I'm like, bro, it sounds so good. I'm like, what incredible. I'm like, dude, what did you do? That sound is so rad. He's like, it's green 2. And I was like, what? He's like, I didn't do anything. I plugged it in, turned on green 2, and it felt great. And I was like, no way. So it really depends. Like the way it sits in a mix, like you heard it with green 1, like all those different, the MJ stuff, the like vaporwave stuff, like it depends on what's around it. Sort of
changes. It's like a little bit of a chameleon. Yeah, it's just
was that a little Herbie reference there, Shaz? A little bit of a chameleon.
Was that green 3, green 2?
Is it lizard?
Lizard. Oh my god, don't get me excited about lizard. By the time this goes out, the lizard might be dead. It's no longer living on the ground.
I think actually we named I named the first one Thrillin' Gains, because it was like Thriller and Greg Fillinganes together. But I think the third one, the Herbie tune, is called Lizard Synth. So,
hey, MXR, you should be using this opportunity to go lizard, 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 lizard.
Maybe we could put it in like lizard. Could we put it in post? Thanks for being interested. Like, thanks for wanting to know about it.
Oh my God. Thank you for putting this out. Thank you for helping put this out there.
Yeah.
And MXR, well done for seeking out this man, because mean, you are the best person to test gear on, because you genuinely care. And you have a lot of comments. So, like, you are the audience that they are trying to sell to. So I feel like it is, you are a good person to like, vet things.
I will say, I just want cool shit to exist. I really do. And I only want to work with stuff that I want to use too, you know? I've said no to a lot of things. There have been people that have hit me up that are like, hey, you want to work on this thing? And I'm like, like if I don't love it, if I'm not like, oh, dang, that's an exciting thing that I want to use, or that I think like, whoa, the community would be pumped about this. This is a hole in the market, or that makes me really excited. Like if I'm like, wow, there's an opportunity to design something around a need, or like and this I think slotted into that perfectly. Just sounds good. It's not latent. It tracks, and it's freaking easy to use. You plug it in, turn on some of those presets, you'll find something. You don't have to plug it into your freaking computer, you know?
Oh, for real.
And hey, check this out. A lot of people have been like, well, wait, does this mean you don't like the HX Stomp anymore? It's like, no.
Two completely different beasts.
Totally different beasts. And the Stomp has some really cool synth stuff in it that's different. But the Stomp does everything that isn't like aimed at just synth. Every kind of like multi-effect thing that's like got some synth stuff in it struggles to nail like really specific classic targets. It can kind of do like its own thing. So I have made attempts with presets and stuff for the HX Stomp to emulate some of those sounds, but they're still like an approximation. Yeah. Whereas this, I think, is closer, you know? So if this is like, if synth sounds matter to you and you're like, ooh, that's like, I need that for playing Chameleon or 24 Karat Magic or whatever. This is cool, but this doesn't do, you know, yes, it can do some octave pedal. Yes, it has chorus in it. But I mean, the HX for me, it's like the drives, the modulation, the tremolo sound, the actual just octave sound in it is awesome. There's so many things in it that are so great. So it's never, with me, guys, it's never like oh, now I'm fully, like, I've abandoned that and now it's this. It's like, no, of course you need both.
He's just expanding his pedal board.
Yeah, I know.
Additional piece of metal there to stick it on. That's all that's happening here.
That's the vibe. Yeah. So everybody that's like, wait, does this mean that the HX Stomp isn't cool anymore? It's like, no, this is a totally separate thing that you need in addition to the HX Stomp. I kid. Or do I? Let me say this really quick. I got something. In order to get the most out of this, you have to be able to play the bass. You know what I mean? Sharon, right?
Especially that pedal.
You know what I'm saying?
We just saw how much it exposes in your bass playing.
It exposes a lot. There's some clams back in there. If you like, don't think that this is just going to turn you into like a pockety synth monster. It will not. It will expose your every flaw. So if you want to learn how to play the bass, come give us a shot at SBL. Hey, we got a free 14-day trial, right? You hit up scottsbasslessons.com. You learn how to play the bass. Seriously, we spend too much money on this crap, Shaz. This crap doesn't matter. Your hands matter. And then you can apply. Then once you got all, some of that stuff together, then buy this, okay?
When it's in stock.
Over and out. Yeah, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
You know, the first time you told me about the pedal was you didn't want to tell me about the pedal, but you shared screen and you had the PDF open and you were like, oh no. And I'm like, what is that? And you're like, do you want to know? And then you started scrolling through it. That was like a year ago. And I was like, what is this? And you're like, oh.
Yeah,
it's so funny because anyone else who's like, oh, you shouldn't be seeing that on my screen. It's something else with you.
Oh God.
It's
for
pedal
me,
PDF.
it's like I got caught red-handed with a pedal PDF open.
What is that? Show me your secret.